Let's face it, success is not about playing the lottery enough times to get lucky, and it has almost nothing to do with what happens on day one. It is about building a reliable system and process. If you can't plan for next week or next month, you're completely tied to what's happening today and you're going to fail. If you're running your Facebook ad account according to yesterday's data, you have no ability to project for the future and you're going to fail. Without transparent plans and documentation about what's happening, you won't know what's going on inside your ad account, much less anybody else having any idea, which means as soon as you ask for help or you have literally anything else going on in your life, you're going to fail. You are going to make bad decisions from a place of fear and hope instead of clarity and confidence. And if you're still making decisions according to some arbitrary calendar by reacting to previous performance, you're going to fail. What we're covering today is the systems and process that you need and how to get it done so that you can actually be more successful, working less, and scale the shit out of your potential, your business, and earn back more time and put more money in your bank account. Today is gonna be awesome. Let's go. All right, so this is what we call the success protocol. And to be fair, this is something I've been covering inside the Facebook Ads MBA program for years, and I'm super excited to share these with you today. We're gonna be covering 3 very specific things. But first, let's take a quick little break and then dive super deep into it. Now this is the part of the video where usually I tell you to like and subscribe stuff, and hey, you should probably do that, right? There's buttons down there. Go ahead, like, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss anything else. But more importantly, right there, boom, boom. That is a QR code for you to check out the Facebook Ads MBA program. I've had hundreds of people go through this program. It's what would happen if you were to hire me to help you get your business together. How do I make myself not necessary? How do we get it so that in a space of 10 to 12 weeks, you don't need me anymore? Well, why don't I just make it so that you don't need me to begin with? And more importantly, you get my direct help along the way. Weekly calls, direct support, community, everything you could possibly need. This is the secret of success that literally hundreds of people have been relying on. I've never had anybody ask for their money back. This is literally just everything that I could possibly teach you if you were to have me in your business for a fraction of that price. And for those folks that say, well, I don't have the time to do all that stuff, I'm too busy doing other things, this will buy you back your time. Every hour you spend in this can get you back 2 to 3 hours a week and put more money in your bank account. It'll pay for itself in a matter of weeks. And again, nobody's ever asked for their money back, and I've had 7, 8, 9-figure exits around the world for years. Ad agencies that don't have to rely on getting more and more clients just to keep the lights on, and media buyers turning their skills into a reliable career. Basically, this is life-changing stuff. Everything, if you like this channel and you want a lot more, this is how you get it. All right, that being said, let's get to today's video because it's going to be a doozy. All right, you need to turn your potential into progress. All right, success protocol. This is how you turn your potential into progress to save time and make more money. These are the 3 things that you need to know. Now, before we get started, we have to understand this. You have to set your future up for success. It doesn't just happen. If you had all the data you need, and if you had a team that could handle all the work, but none of the information was accessible, and no one knew what anybody else was doing or what they needed, what do you have? Well, not much. Other than a giant hole in your bank account and an incinerator in your backyard, just with your life savings in it. How would it feel to know that every month you'd be seeing better results? To be scaling your account and feeling more confident. Knowing that it's easier than you ever thought possible to be successful because you have a system and a process that lets you predictably manage your Facebook ads. Plus you're saving time every single week. That makes me feel good. I mean, every day I wake up with a smile on my face. I've had this for years. Maybe you can get the same thing. Success protocol. This turns potential into progress. This is more success and less stress. Again, what this channel is all about. This helps you manage your time and your team for profit. So let's go ahead and meet the success protocol, okay? This transitions you from reactions and panic to planning with confidence through a system of documentation for accountability and transparency. This allows you to successfully manage your business. Rather than gambling with your future, you'll be able to plan tests for months in advance with ease and clarity, removing fear and uncertainty about sticky situations that might come up. You'll save hours on calls with team members because everything everyone needs to know is in one centralized place that's easily accessible. You're gonna learn from every penny spent and avoid another wasted year of repeating the same problems over and over again. And most importantly, you're never gonna feel like you're lost because you'll know exactly where you are. You'll be able to see the big picture. Most importantly, be able to plan for the future. So how do we do this? Well, like I said, it's 3 simple things. First, let's document your optimizations. This way you can repeat your wins and learn from your failures, and you can make better decisions more often. I tell folks that I work with to do this, and it always seems like busy work, except the hit rate of their choices being better consistently goes up. If the quality choices you make goes up, and the consistency with which you make quality decisions goes up, guess what happens to everything else? You also need to plan and prioritize your tests. You have to maximize the value of your investments and stop wasting time and money. If you're running 5, 6, 10 different tests at once and any one of them is a winner or a loser, you won't know. How many times do I see people running creative tests and landing page tests and email tests and upsell tests, plus a little site test and then a little app test, plus a little thing on here. If anything goes well or anything goes poorly, you have no idea what actually moved the needle. Sometimes the best test you can run is, can I increase my budget here? Is my efficiency large enough for me to take advantage of the added capacity? And as I add more capacity, and as I take advantage of added capacity, what else goes wrong? And why don't I just fix that so that I can continue to grow everything instead of changing 15 things on the factory floor and then complaining when I don't know why it broke? And lastly, this one is just agonizingly simple, but missing basically everywhere. Standardization of your nomenclature. You need to have a centralized, searchable database of all of the information people need, because ultimately every answer should be a click away. If your Facebook ads aren't readily accessible, well, then the naming convention should be easy so somebody can pull a report and then anyone on any team will know exactly what's happening. What's your ad name? If your ad name isn't good enough for your customer service and your creative team to understand what's going on, do you think it's worth your time to answer their question every time they ask one? Or is it worth your time to put in a little bit of effort in caring about what that ad name is so that they never need to ask you any questions? How many times are you doing reports where you look at what's going on in the ad account and you literally don't know what it means other than it's a number? Oh, well, ad 07 versus UGC 74_B. That underscore B is not doing well. Okay, what is it? Well, let me go to it and check it out. You've already wasted my time. The fact that I have to ask what it is a waste of everybody on that call's time. What if there's 10 people on that call? What if every one of them is getting paid $50 an hour? That's a $500 an hour call. If you're gonna waste 10 minutes of it, that's expensive because you were too lazy to just name the ad properly, or because nobody told you that that's what actually matters. If you want to scale your solutions, you have to scale the ability to get solutions by anybody. And this is incredibly important. This is how you get more success and less stress. The point here is simple with these 3 things. Again, documenting your optimizations, plan and prioritizing your tests, and the standardization of your nomenclature in a centralized database. These allow you to understand the choices that you've made. These allow you to understand what things are coming in the future and why they're happening. And most importantly, it allows everybody on the team to know what everybody else on the team is doing without having to bring up a phone call or send an email or waste somebody's time asking stupid questions that can be answered because somebody put the thought and care into making sure that nobody has to ask that question because the answer is one click away. This feels often like just busy work. And it feels like something by a lot of folks that just don't need. It's not really, for me, whatever. I'll tell you this. It can make a dramatic change in your business. And to be fair, like if you check out the Facebook Ads MBA program, there's that thing again. I go through all of this. And at least 20% of the Facebook Ads MBA program is all of this stuff. Optimizing your moves, tracking what you're actually doing, understanding the reporting, the measurement, the tests, the plan. By the end of the MBA program, you're gonna know what you're gonna be doing 90 days in the future. Now, obviously, you're gonna probably be changing your plan, but you have an idea. You understand what everybody on the team needs from everybody else, who's delivering, what they need, when they need it, who's doing a good job, who's not doing a good job. You eliminate phone calls and emails that are completely useless, and everybody on the team is able to understand the impact of their work on the rest of the business, and if they're self-motivated to improve the overall business, to protect their job or get an employment, it's readily accessible information. And if you build a team that uses advantage of that information to accelerate themselves, what I like to say, your number one job is to help me write you a fatter check every month, then it's almost impossible to fail. That's how you run a business. That's what the MBA program is all about, because honestly, running ads is stupid easy. Like I show you guys in videos here all the time how to set up an ad account in like 15 minutes. That part is simple. People that make that part complicated don't have this together. And that's why they're struggling. If you don't put this together, nothing you do in the ad account will matter. This stuff makes audiences obsolete. This stuff makes cost caps and Advantage Plus a complete waste of time and money. This is what actually moves the needle. And it's why I've had, again, hundreds of people around the world join the MBA program and not a single person has ever asked for a refund. Why would you ask for a refund for something that paid for itself in a couple of weeks? Bottom line, the point here is simple. This kind of stuff can make dramatic changes in your ad account and your businesses. And because I've been getting asked for this a lot, let me not just say words, let me give you some real world results. So in 2019, there's a subscription-based company, SaaS company, was a client of mine. Now before me, they were spending about $3,000 a day with a Facebook guru agency. You all know this fella. And they were running their Facebook ads at a CPA of about $60, hoping to break even at 60 days. However, they ultimately struggled to scale, and the CEO couldn't get the Facebook team to become more efficient. And when you charge by the time of somebody that doesn't care about your bottom line, it's hard to make things more profitable. So within 9 months of coming on board, we implemented the Success Protocol, also Golden Bear and Ecosystem ROAS, all the things we talk about again in the Facebook Ads MBA program. And we were able to take their Facebook ad spend from $3,000 a day to $50,000 a day. We got their Facebook CPA from over 60 to under 15. Fun fact, this actually allowed them to cut their Facebook ad budget by over $30,000 a day. And you're like, wow, so that was $12 million in EBITDA. They increased their profit margin by $12 million in the flick of a switch by cutting Facebook budget. And they still made more money than when they were running at $3,000 a day at a 60 CPA. The point is, not only were we able to scale the business, but we also cut meeting times in half. Efficiencies in the company came not only from Facebook being run well, but from every member of the team understanding what it is that they did, how it made an impact, understanding what everybody else did, and the ability to get the answers they needed to the questions they have without having to bother anyone else. Now for a semi-remote team of independent people that sometimes, pick up the laptop at 8 o'clock at night and want to get some stuff done, the fact you didn't have to send an email to get started, but instead had every piece of information you needed, and when those people were motivated to do good work, again, not an ad agency, not trying to get fired, an internal team where we all got performance incentives. And I had a monthly 7-figure profit target on Facebook ad spend alone. That's how you build a business that works. So if you're struggling to turn your potential into success, the Success Protocol is essential. These are the kinds of things that you need to be talking about. These are the kinds of things you need to be thinking about. These are the kinds of things you need to begin to implement into your business. Or when you fail, it's not gonna be Facebook's fault. All right, if you have any questions about this stuff, again, drop them in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. CharlieBot, by the way, is free for anybody that ever wants to use it any time of day, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. It's better than any advice you'll get from any ad agency. It's 100% free. Stoked to have literally tens of thousands of questions asked and answered so far. Would love for you to be 10,000 and more. And with that being said, until next time, I'll see you on the internet.